Hello and welcome to Sports News Africa, the home of Africa's sporting conversation. Let's take a look at the headlines. The hopes of a nation rise as the Super Falcons soar high. South Africa cruises to victory on day one against New Zealand. And there's a new champion in the Women's Open Golf Tournament in Uganda. Thank you for watching Sports News Africa. I'm Angela Agor. The Super Falcons of Nigeria are a force to be reckoned with as they continue to dominate women's football in the continent. They are currently in cruise control as they continue to get past opponents with great ease in the African Women's Championship currently underway in Namibia. South Africa is the team in waiting in the semi-final stage of the tournament to halt Nigeria's progress. But despite the bitter rivalry between the two sides, Nigerian fans are in confident mood. The Super Falcons should go through to the final.
In Nigeria's capital, Abuja, expectations are running high ahead of the country's women's national team, the Super Falcons' semi-finals encounter against South Africa's Banyana Banyana in the African Women Championships tournament in Windhoek, Namibia. In a repeat of 2012 semis played in Equatorial Guinea, Nigeria will on Wednesday once again face South Africa in a semi-final clash in a match which is already being billed the toughest in the tournament. But fans back home in Nigeria want nothing short of a resounding victory against the South Africans.
I know it's not going to be an easy game, but definitely with what we have, I know that definitely we will overcome South Africans because we trust our ladies and know that they will definitely make us proud.
They have been doing well and they are doing well now. So there is no doubt of that for us to see that the girls are not going to bring the cup home because we have seen them play. They have been doing it several times. Even when they played the World Cup in Germany, they did well. It was just that favor was not on their side. That was why they did not carry the trophy.
The Super Falcons have beaten South Africa for a record 7 times out of their 8 encounters. The only time the South Africans beat Nigeria was in 2012, where they denied the 6-time African title winners a place in the finals for the first time. Nigeria are looking to avenge this loss. The winner of the tournament will qualify for next year's FIFA Women's World Cup in Canada.
That's it. Come on the ball. Come on the ball.
And as mentioned earlier, the tournament is taking place in Namibia. The host nation has already been eliminated and the lineup of the final four has been completed. Nigeria will take on South Africa, while the other semi-final fixture will see Cameroon and Ivory Coast go head-to-head. Both semi-finals will be played on Wednesday. To tell us more about how the tournament has been going on, we are now joined on Skype by Sivute Katamba. He is the head of the organising committee in Namibia. How would you evaluate the home team's performance in the tournament?
Yeah, no, the tournament has been actually magnificent. It was really good, and the teams have performed really to the best of their ability. We really value the countries, what they have put in. It was a great tournament actually to start with. Looking at the minnows, such as Namibia, Zambia, one did not expect them actually to win or to draw a match, but really the tournament was really good to start with.
What is the atmosphere like now that Namibia is out of the tournament?
The atmosphere is very high. If you look at actually, the performance of Namibia specifically, one, I can say that it strengthened the unity of our country. So the whole country was actually really behind the team, as well as actually the performance of the other countries. You look at the powerhouse of the women football, Nigeria, South Africa, Ivory Coast, all these teams and Cameroon, all these teams have really actually put in effort, and it gave actually the big show. So and as you might have witnessed, the stadiums were a little bit full, even if it was not actually in some of the games to the capacity. So as an LOC, we are trying really actually to mobilize people to come to the games. Specifically, that now that Namibia is not in the tournament, we need actually to bring the people to the field. I mean to the stadium. So, but the atmosphere is very, 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 very joyful.
In your capacity as head of the local organising committee, what has been the highlight for you?
There has been a lot of actually highlights, but the most outstanding one that I will actually highlight here is dealing with the Ebola issue. Dealing with the Ebola issue really, we have to deal first actually with the internal systems here. Convincing them, try actually to see as what the leadership is thinking about it. There has been a lot of actually reports from within and outside that the tournament might actually be cancelled, or certain countries might not actually be accommodated, and we have to go also dealing with the CAF executive on this issue, as well as the World Health Organization on the issue. So it was really, really a big highlight for the local organizing committee. And at the end of the day, so we have really actually to convince ourselves and look at actually the possibility of mitigating all the factors, and today we are here actually having the tournament, and we did not experience any single problem when with regard actually to the Ebola issue. So it shows actually that we have interrogated all the necessary systems, and we are happy actually to have at this moment the tournament is still on, but at this moment we did not actually encounter any single problem when it comes to the Ebola issue.
Mr. Katamba, thank you for speaking to Sports News Africa. Staying with football, Jeanne Roux has resigned as Niger national coach on Monday, accepting the blame for the poor results that sees them lying at the bottom of their qualifying group for the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations. Roux, who has been in charge since September 2012, but asked to stay on when his contract terminated in August this year, said he left on good terms. Niger, who qualified for the previous 2 Africa Cup of Nations, have garnered just 2 points from their qualifying matches and meet Cape Verde in their next game in November and round the qualifiers off at home to Mozambique. In cricket, South Africa cruised to a 6-wicket win over New Zealand in the first one-day international at Mount Maunganui on Tuesday, guided home by a captain's knock from A.B. de Villiers. The Proteas ended their run chase at 236 for 4 in 48.1 overs, easily overhauling the 231 target New Zealand set after losing the toss and being sent into bat. De Villiers top scored for South Africa with 89, ably supported by J.P. Duminy, who combined with his skipper for a 139-run partnership when the Proteas were looking wobbly at 97 for 4. The 3-match series is essentially a World Cup warm-up for both sides as New Zealand prepares to co-host the tournament next year. However, South Africa could easily overtake Australia as the world's top-ranked ODI team if they complete a 3-0 whitewash over the Black Caps, who are ranked 7th. The next match on Friday is also in Mount Maunganui, with a series wrapping up in Hamilton on October the 27th. Welcome back to Sports News Africa. It was an epic finale with the defending champion and former champion battling it out in the final 18 holes in the Uganda Ladies Open Golf Tournament. But at the end of the tournament, Eton Angel was obliged to make way for a champion.
The Uganda Ladies Open Golf Tournament concluded over the weekend, where the country's Flavia Namakula emerged victorious after dethroning defending champion Angel Eaton from Tanzania in the finale of the three-day tournament. In a thrilling final day and in front of a home crowd, Namakula, 2010 and 2011 winner, carried an 8-stroke lead off her closest rival Angel Eaton, which she maintained up to the par 5th hole. Tanzania's aces, Eaton and Idi Madina, together with Zimbabwe's Lois Chingono, racked up pressure on Namakula in the final 18 holes, but the Ugandan extended her lead by 4 and with a total of 217 finished 12 strokes ahead of Eaton to claim back the title she lost in 2012.
My caddy, Akim, because he told me, Flavia, you need to calm down. It's not the end. There are still so many strokes you're leading with, so just be calm. We are winning the game. So I stayed calm. Then I played pars, then bird on 8. I mean, it was not easy. Until you finish hole 18, you don't give up.
Eaton settled for second position while her counterpart Idi Madina finished third. The former champion said despite her thigh injury, she was happy with her performance.
It was a bit hard, as I said, not well. But yeah, I thank God for what I played over the 3 days because it wasn't easy for me. I was trying to take it easy, but yeah, I managed and I'm happy for the position where I am.
The tournament featured 5 countries including Kenya, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, Burundi and hosts Uganda.
And the Ladies Open Golf Tournament is not the only major event that Uganda has been hosting at the weekend. The outskirts of Kampala had become scenes for crowds who had come out to witness the launch of the country's inaugural horse riding event. Jockeys from as far as Britain travelled to Uganda to take part in the competition.
Some 22 kilometers on the lush green stables on the outskirts of Uganda's capital Kampala, more than 30 competitors gathered to take part in the country's inaugural competitive horse riding in the town of Gayaza. Competitive horse riding, or equestrian, is a rare sport in the East African nation where many have often considered it elitist. But this weekend's competition drew in competitors from Kenya, South Africa and Britain and was held at Flame Tree Stables. At stake was the Flame Tree Paris Trophy. Sonja McLaughlan, a sports journalist and jockey, said hosting of such events will create more interest for more people to join future competitions.
It wasn't so long ago when there were literally no horses in Uganda. A lot of horses in Kenya, but no horses in Uganda. But thanks to the efforts of 1 or 2 people, not least Miranda Bowser, we now have a significant number of horses in Uganda and of course here at Flame Tree Stables. And we have a phenomenal number of young children, Ugandan children as well, riding. And that is an incredible achievement in a very, very short space of time.
The event proved to be quite a spectacle for curious residents who came out in large numbers to watch the horses jumping. McLaughlan said international standards and regulations had been considered for the event.
What you see here now is the most incredible facility here. We've got the ability to do dressage, there's a dressage arena behind me. We have show jumping, the coloured poles in the main arena, and then we have a huge cross-country course out on the land. So we have the potential to train over all 3 disciplines of equestrian sport, and it's wonderful to see a sport here that has started from nothing to grow and flourish so quickly.
On his part, Ugandan jockey Robin Kasumba was just too happy the sport is returning to the country.
It has been down, now we are trying to bring it up, and I'm sure by next year we're going to be having a lot of number for Ugandan definitely, as they have seen it right now. It has been interesting for them, they're all happy to see it here.
Visiting riders from Kenya and Britain also lauded the organization of the event, praising the close attention to detail observed when marking out the short jumps and cross-country courses.
South African Paralympian sprinter Oscar Pistorius was sentenced to 5 years in prison on Tuesday for killing his girlfriend Riva Steenkamp. The 27-year-old was led straight down to the cells after the sentence was read out by Judge Thokozile Masipa in a final court hearing watched around the world. He was also sentenced to 3 years, suspended for 5 years, for accidentally firing a pistol under a table at a restaurant in Johannesburg in January 2013. Lawyers said, however, that Pistorius will probably not serve the full term for the offence of culpable homicide, equivalent to manslaughter, and perhaps as little as 10 months. Riva Steenkamp's family welcomed the sentencing. Riva's father, Barry, said he was very glad the 7-month trial is over, and a lawyer for the family said the sentence was welcome. And that's the end of Sports News Africa for today. Join us again tomorrow when we bring you all the latest from Africa and around the world. Bye for now.